I'm going to talk to you about AIDS in Africa. A few years ago, Time Magazine did an article entitled "Death Stalks a Continent." The caption read, "This is a story about AIDS in Africa. Look at the pictures, read the words, and then try not to care." 80% of you said that more than 5,000 people die each day in Africa from AIDS. That's almost twice what we lost on 9/11, dying every day in Africa from AIDS. People are dying in Africa from AIDS right now as we sit in this room. The RED campaign was developed for one purpose: to design a line of consumer products that, when purchased, make an immediate donation to the RED campaign, and then the RED campaign makes an immediate donation to the Global Fund. The Global Fund and the RED campaign use 100% of all donations to provide medicine and education in Africa for AIDS. We are all at risk to be infected with AIDS. We can save these people's lives. We can. If this was one of your friends or family member, would you want them to die this way, alone, with no medication? This guy right here is like 20-something years old. Look at him. He's dying from AIDS, and we can save his life. In doing research for this speech, I found plenty of information about the RED campaign, AIDS, Africa, the products that RED provides. This t-shirt, I got this t-shirt from the Gap. 50% of the purchase of this t-shirt went directly to the RED campaign. That was around $14-15, and we'll talk later what that $14-15 means. My t-shirt says, "A t-shirt can change the world. What we collectively choose to buy or not to buy can change the course of life and history on this planet." This shirt is made from 100% African cotton. The problem is 40 million people in the world have AIDS. 1 million have the proper medicines. The sad reality of that is that's everybody in this room, everybody in this country. We have the medicines available to us, the finance, the education. We have the resources. 19 million Africans are already dead from AIDS, and that number continues to grow. It also affects children, not just women, not just men, but their children. Children, over 3 million children have died in Africa from AIDS. Excuse me. Now, we might make up a small percent of those that are suffering from this disease, but it's still proof that it can happen right here in America. Because of these overwhelming statistics, the lifespan of the average African in the years from 2005 to 2010 is going to drop dramatically. They're going to go from a expected lifespan of 59 years to 45 in the next 5 years. The average American, 78, according to the Center for Disease Control. New York Times did an article recently that says 60% of all the people in the world living with AIDS live in Africa. That's 25 of the 40 million we were talking about earlier. 25 million. We have to get involved. We have to do something about it. The solution? Join RED. I wanted to say something. This child right here, not only does he have AIDS, but he has a rare skin disease that is brought on by the virus. And that's his younger brother. These two kids right here, they're watching their mother in the final stages. Within days, she'll be dead from AIDS. So the solution is join RED. RED to date has raised over $100 million for the fight against AIDS in Africa. 60 million of those $100 million have come directly from the purchases of RED products. RED provides shoes, shirts, phones, computers. I mean, you can buy a Dell computer, you can buy a phone, you can buy a skateboard. There's so many different things out there that when you buy something, the money will go directly to Africa. Because of the money that's been raised, 1.4 million people in Africa have received the proper medicine. 33 million have been tested. Here's a for instance. If you go buy, everybody wants an iPod. If you don't have an iPod, if you go buy Apple Nano, the red designated Nano. I mean, it looks just like every other Nano. It's just sort of like reddish pink. Really cool looking. Apple will immediately donate $10 to the fight against AIDS in Africa. That $10 will buy almost an entire unit of medication. Like I was talking about the $14 for this t-shirt, one unit of medication costs $11.50. So if you buy a product like a Nano or this t-shirt or whatever, you're going to jumpstart saving somebody's life. They're going to start to receive the medication they need to live. According to the Join Red website, Red is not a charity. Global Fund is not a charity. It's a business model. It's set up to inspire companies that when they provide products that people want, our consumerism, they're tapping into our consumerism. They're turning our materialism into medication. And when we buy these products, companies make money. We get what we want, Africa gets medication. It's that simple. We have a unique power. We have the ability to change people's lives, to help people. We have the money. We have the resources. It's foolish, it's crazy not to do something about it. And so I want to show you what it will be like if we join the Red campaign.
In about 60 days, an HIV patient in Africa can go from here to here. We call this transformation the Lazarus effect. It's the result of 2 pills a day taken by an HIV/AIDS patient for about 60 days. Learn more about how you can help give people this chance at life at joinred.com.
All right, so we know what it can do. Let's see what will happen if we don't join Red. What's it going to be like in Africa for the people that live in Africa? See what it says? It was talking about the life expectancy in Africa is going to go to 47. Soon, no one will even know what an old person looks like in Africa. I mean, look at that guy. That guy looks like he's lived and then some. I mean, do we want the people in Africa to not be able to run into old wise men like this and know what an old person looks like, to know what it's like to be old in Africa? Of course not. We're stupid if we did. All right, so I've told you about all the different products, and we'll see more in a second. What I'm going to ask you to do is take this envelope that I've given you. It's already got a stamp on it. The one unique thing that you can do, that according to the surveys that you filled out, everybody said that they would be willing to donate the next purchase of a Hallmark card to fight AIDS in Africa. So there's your envelope, here's your stamp, Go to Hallmark. They have cards for all occasions. I mean, they got cards for birthdays, whatever. And I'll show you, like, okay, for instance, this is a card that you can get. And, you know, just since it's been so serious, like, for instance, you could give this to Brianna. Okay? Just wait. Seriously, this, you make me hot and bothered. Come on, dude. You show up with that card, you're a genius, okay? So anyway. So now let's watch a video again that will show how you can affect people's lives and how many that have been affected. Alright, so I've told you about all the ways that you can get involved with the RED campaign. Shirts, shoes, skateboards, computers, cards. If you don't go buy a Hallmark card, we'll find out where you live. I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, it's crazy not to join RED. Please join RED. Thank you.